Hey guys, Daredevil Coaster Riders here. Today, I'm doing another top 15 predictions. This time, it's on Hershey Park, and Hershey Park had a good decade since they added three new roller coasters. They added Sky Rush, Laugh Track, and the new and unopened Candemonium, and I'm hoping until the year 2030 will be another good decade since Hershey Park has been becoming a lot bigger since it opened in 1906, and as of right now, they've become a pretty big park. They've been adding a lot of new things in their park, and hoping before the year 2030 they'll have another good decade before 2030. So here are my top 15 predictions I think Hershey Park will do before 2030. Number 1. Hershey Park is still going to add a brand new roller coaster every 3 to 4, maybe 5 years apart, and they're still going to become a little bigger park. Between 2024, 2025, or 2026, that's when the next coaster will come to Hershey Park, since it would have been a couple years after Candemonium opened in 2020, and I don't know what type of coaster would come, but I'll get to that later in a second. Number 2. Hershey Park is going to update the water park, make it better, make it bigger, and make it look nicer before 2030, because Hershey Park is still growing up to date and it's becoming a better place. They'll maybe refurbish the park, make it look awesome, make it look prettier, and make it look nicer to attract the crowds, to get people to come. And Number 3. Hershey Park is not going to have no coasters removed before 2030, because Hershey Park is a park with a lot of classic roller coasters, and it's a very old park, and it's very popular, and it's not going to have no coasters removed because a lot of people love the roller coasters that Hershey Park provides, and they're all good additions. And Hershey Park has like some old coasters, and they're keeping them as long as they can live up to. For 2030, a lot of the coasters that are at the park will not be removed. If they had to remove it for some reason, then that's what they'll do, because Hershey Park doesn't like removing stuff, and I know a lot of people love what they have. Number 4. Either a B&M wing, dive, or flying coaster will come to Hershey Park before 2030, and that will be the last B&M Hershey Park will ever build for a long time, until 2040 somehow, because I think Hershey Park, they have 2 B&Ms, and I think they need a third one to keep their B&M collection good, and before 2030 they'll have another B&M, and then they'll take a break from adding B&Ms since they got a B&M in 2020 Candemonium, and their next B&M is either going to be a wing, dive, or flying, and they'll take a break from adding B&M, but then they'll get back to it. Number 5. Hershey Park is going to be the first park before 2030 to use GCI's topper track on Wildcat, which Wildcat is the original GCI coaster, also known as Great Coasters International, and it would be a perfect addition and make Wildcat be the first GCI with the topper track that GCI created. And since it's the original GCI, it would look perfect on the original Hyper GCI, since it's pretty bad and terrible, and it would make it a lot better, a lot faster, stronger, maybe include an inversion, and before 2030. Number 6. Hershey Park is going to do some updates to the attractions that they have currently in the park. They'll make them better, make them nicer, and make them a lot better to attract the crowds, make them prettier, and just make them a lot better to attract the crowds, get people to come to this park, because it's a very beautiful park, and it's a very big park because it has a lot of coasters. And Number 7. Hershey Park is going to do some updates to the old roller coasters that Hershey Park currently is still operating, and they're good coasters, classic coasters, and make them better before the year 2030 comes, because Hershey Park's been having these roller coasters for a very long time, and I think it's time Hershey Park redos a refurbishment on it, makes it look better, make it look brand new, since like make it look like back in the day it opened, back in like the 80s, 90s, or whatever the year that ride opened before 2030. Number 8. Hershey Park is going to add a Scream and Swing to their lineup of thrill rides because I think Hershey Park needs to fix up their thrill ride collection, like add a Scream and Swing, and that's a perfect addition to Hershey Park's lineup because they do not have this type of ride in their lineup, and this would look amazing in their lineup of thrill rides to attract the crowds and get people to ride it so many times before 2030. Number 9. Hershey Park is going to add some new family ride to their lineup of family rides. They need some good family ride to fix up their family ride collection because they don't really have that many, but I think something good will go before the year 2030. Number 10. Hershey Park is going to add a Zamperla skater coaster to their lineup of rides. They do not have this type of ride, but I think this ride would look perfect in their lineup of rides since they don't have one, and I know a lot of theme parks added these types of family rides, etc., whatever they call it, and it would look perfect for the families and the kids to enjoy before they get older, before 2030. Number 11. Hershey Park is going to add a dark ride before 2030. They need to have like another good dark ride, theme it to chocolate, and it would be an insane dark ride since Hershey Park doesn't have they have a dark ride. They need another good dark ride, maybe a dark ride coaster like Wonder Mountain's Guardian at Hershey Park, and this would be perfect. Theme it to chocolate, make it chocolate, and perfect addition for Hershey Park's lineup of rides. Number 12. Hershey Park is going to do an expansion to the Boardwalk section of the park. They need to make it bigger. They'll make it look nicer before 2030 because I know Hershey Park does a lot of expansions to the areas of the park, and the Boardwalk needs another good expansion before the year 2030. Add some new rides, add like new restaurants and whatever they can put on it. Number 13. Hershey Park is going to add a Mac Power Splash to their lineup of water rides because they need another good water ride, and what's perfect? A Mac Power Splash, and a lot of theme parks are going to start adding these types of rides, and if it goes well at Six Flags Over Texas, then Hershey Park's going to want to add this type of ride in their lineup of water rides. It'll become very successful. It'll make it a perfect ride for the summer hot days, and since Hershey Park, summer is hot all the time, and it would look nice in their lineup. Number 14. Hershey Park is going to add some new attraction to their attractions because they need some good attraction, like a mystery attraction like Forbidden Frontier at Cedar Point, and it would look nice in their lineup of attractions since they have a ton of attractions in their park, and it would look perfect like a mystery game or whatever they call it at Cedar Point, like a discovery of chocolate. Number 15 and final. Hershey Park is going to win the Golden Ticket Award for being still one of the best theme parks in the world, with one of the parks with the most coasters in the world, and it'll become a very good park before the year 2030 because they're still one of the best roller coaster parks today, and they'll win the Golden Ticket Award for being the best park before 2030. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow the social media if you can. Next video coming out will be top 15 predictions of Six Flags Great Adventure either Thursday, Friday, or Saturdays this week. Peace out.